Please subscribe, like and share Hamzan Biology. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to another video of biology. In this lecture, we will talk about the endocrine function of the pancreas. Actually, pancreas is a double gland. It means that pancreas serve both as exocrinely and also endocrinely. If I draw a simple diagram of pancreas, so this is a pancreas which serve both as exocrinely and also endocrinely. And between in the middle of the pancreas, there is the major pancreatic duct. This is called the major pancreatic duct. And this duct open in the lumen of duodenum. And around this major pancreatic duct, there are special cells. And these cells work as exocrine function of pancreas. And these cells are called acinar cell are also called acini of pancreas, which serve as exocrinely, and mainly these cells prepare digestive enzymes and then secrete these enzymes into the major pancreatic duct, and the major pancreatic duct carry these digestive enzymes into the lumen of duodenum, which then break down the food molecules coming in the duodenum. But there are also some special cells protruding in the body and the head and the tail of the pancreas, and these cells, special cells, these are called as islets of Langerhans, and these cells are the endocrine cell of the pancreas. And these cells, as you can see here, that these cells are more abundant in the tail of the pancreas and the comparison to the head and the body pancreas. And these cells are called the islets of Langerhans, and these produce hormones like glucagon, insulin, and somatostatin, and some other hormones, and they don't have a special duct. What is mean by duct? This is the major duct which carry the chemicals prepared by the exocrine portion of the pancreas, while they don't have duct. Endocrine portion of the pancreas does not have duct like the exocrine, but these cells only secrete their secretion directly into the bloodstream. Of course, there are the bloodstream passing from every cell, and these cells secrete their secretion directly into the blood. If you talk about the whole volume of the pancreas, so in the whole volume of the pancreas, about 99% of the pancreas, is surrounded by the acinar cell, or we can say that 99% of the pancreas is the exocrine pancreas, while the remaining 1% is the endocrine pancreas. So the remaining 1% is a endocrine pancreas, which is the collection of islets of Langerhans. Okay, so mainly we see to these cells, but these cells are not actually only one cells. These one islets of Langerhans is the collection of 4 types of cell, and our pancreas have even billion of islets of Langerhans. And if I zoom in one islets of Langerhans, so this one islets of Langerhans, we will talk about only the endocrine portion of the pancreas, because we have mentioned the exocrine function, the acinar cell, in the previous lecture. You can watch that lecture. Okay, so if I zoom in one islets of Langerhans, so inside one islets of Langerhans, there are 4 types of cell. The first one cell is called the A cell or alpha cell. Okay, alpha cell or A cell. The second one is the beta cell, or also called as the B cell. Okay, beta cell. Beta cell are also called as the B cell. The third one is the also called as a delta cell, or also called as the D cell. Delta cell or also called as a D cell. The fourth one is also called as PP cell. Okay, PP cell, or also called as the F cell. So mainly one islets of Langerhans is the collection of A, B, D and F cell which secrete four types of hormones, and these hormones are directly secreted into the bloodstream, and then bloodstream carry these to our general circulation, and then in the general circulation it acts on a target place. Okay, so now we will talk about that what secrete the alpha cell. Okay, so mainly this point is very important. Before we are going into the hormones secreted by this point is very important, that how these cells are arranged, and the lumen of one islets of Langerhans. So firstly, if we want to easily understand the method of arranging them, so firstly we will say that the beta cell B mean beautiful. It is called beautiful ladies. So actually beautiful ladies are always in the center of anything. So beautiful ladies are in the center. So how can we imagine that B for beautiful ladies? So beautiful ladies will be in the center. Okay. So therefore beta cell are always in the center of one islets of Langerhans. Okay. Center of islets of Langerhans. Okay. Now where is the alpha cell? Alpha cell are like the alpha males. So actually males are always on the periphery, not in the center. So we will say that alpha cell are like the alpha males which are present on the periphery side. So they are present on the periphery. Okay, alpha cell are present on the periphery of one islets of Langerhans. These are alpha cell. Now where are the delta cell? They are used commonly for dogs. So dogs are everywhere. Dogs can be between the ladies, or it can be with the ladies, it can be between the ladies and the males, it can be with the males. So we will say that delta cell are present throughout the whole mass of the one islets of Langerhans. So okay, delta cell are present everywhere. They are present between the alpha cells. These are present between the alpha and the beta, and these are also present between the beta cells. Okay, they are present throughout the mass of islets of Langerhans. Okay, now where are the F cell, PP cell? So F cell are also just like the delta cell. They are also present everywhere in the mass of islets of Langerhans. Okay, they are also present everywhere, F cell. So mainly we will say that the one islets of Langerhans is the collection of alpha cell, beta cell, delta cell and F cell. And this point is very important, that out of these four cells, the most abundant cell and the most important cell is the beta cell. Beta cell is the most abundant. You can see here in this diagram that the beta cell is in more amount, and they are most important than these all three. Okay, now we only studied about their arrangement. Now, what are the secretion of these spore cell? What secrete these spore cell, which are secreted then into the bloodstream and then carried into the general circulation? Okay, so firstly we talk about the beta cell because they are more abundant and more important. So mainly beta cells secrete what? Insulin. And this point is very important, that who stimulate the secretion of beta cell and alpha cell. So in order to remember this, that what is the function of insulin and who stimulate the beta cell. So as I mentioned before, that beta cell is like the beautiful ladies. So ladies, when are ladies stimulated? Ladies stimulated when they are happy. So during the happiness time, ladies are very happy and they are dancing, and in the dancing they do everything. So in that time, what is the happiness time of the beta cell? They are beautiful ladies. So that is the time when the beta cell see a lot of nutrients coming in our GIT. What? When a lot of nutrient, a lot of glucose, a lot of fats, a lot of proteins is present in our GIT, and when our GIT is full of nutrients, so in that time our beautiful lady is not okay, our beta cell are stimulated at the time and they secrete insulin. So what is the function of insulin? The function of insulin is that in order to decrease the blood glucose level down. So it means that when we have a lot of, like suppose if now I am eating food, so at that time my blood glucose level is high. Why? Because my previous food is now absorbing into the bloodstream, and my bloodstream is full of nutrients, and the blood is passing through the islets of Langerhans. So what occur? The T beta cell will check up the bloodstream, that the bloodstream is full of nutrient, and now I have to stimulate and secrete insulin in order to decrease the blood glucose level and store them, because ladies store, because if you give something to the ladies store that. So ladies are part of storing. So in that time when the blood glucose level is high, like when there are more money, so in that time beta cell what do? Beta cell store these monies, these nutrients in the banks. What is the bank? The bank is the liver. So they stimulate the secretion of insulin and store in them in the liver, and during the crisis time they are again breaking down. We will study about this later. So what occur? Beta cell secrete insulin, and the second, they secrete C-peptide, and the collection of both, if we mix these two, these are called proinsulin. Actually, when the beta cell is synthesizing the mature insulin, so that time firstly the beta cells synthesis the proinsulin. Then the proinsulin is cut into fragment, and eventually they form two chemical. One is the insulin, which is the mature insulin, which then act on the bloodstream. The second one is the C-peptide chain, and the collection of both is proinsulin. The pro mean inactive insulin. So when insulin have the C-peptide chain, so in that time we call this as the proinsulin. And when we remove the C-peptide chain from the insulin, this is called mature insulin, which is active form. Okay, the third chemical which secrete the beta cell is the amylin. is called a myelin. Okay, a myelin is called a myelin. So what secrete? Glial cell secrete insulin, C-peptide chain, and a myelin. Now we come to the alpha cell. So before I mentioned that alpha cell are like the alpha males. So when our males stimulate, male are stimulated during the crisis time, when the situation is hard, when the situation become hard, when when our body have the lack, when our body have lack of nutrients. Suppose I haven't eaten for for many hours, so during that time my blood glucose level is decreasing, and the time what occur, my alpha males and the islet supplying hormones are stimulated, and what they do, they secrete glucagon, and the glucagon break down the stored food which was stored by the beta cell. So these are like the alpha males which stimulated during the crisis time, when the body has the crisis of food. So what occur? They secrete glucagon. Okay, they only secrete only glucagon, which is the hormone which act on the glycogen. Suppose glycogen, and they also stimulate the adipose tissue of the muscle to secrete the store fats, and also the glycogen convert into the glucose. Okay, glycogen into the simple glucose, and order that they are transported into every part of the cell, that the cell survive and carry out their process, the metabolism process, and that we have the ability of doing our actions. Now what secrete the delta cell? So delta cell are like the dogs. They secrete one hormones that is called somatostatin. Somatostatin. And before, as I mentioned, that delta cell are like the dogs. So what occur? They also act on the beta cell and also act on the alpha cell. And what does it do? They are very universal inhibitor. What they do? That suppose this is the delta cell, so they act also on this alpha cell and also on this beta cell and inhibit their secretion. Alpha cell secrete glucagon and beta cell secrete insulin. So the time when somatostatin is secreted by the delta cell or D cell, so they inhibit the secretion of both alpha cell and also beta cell. As I mentioned before, these are like dogs. So the dogs acting on both males and also on the ladies. Even if you are a stronger man, but if a lot of dogs come to you and fight with you, but if you are a stronger man, but you cannot fight with them, so therefore you will inhibit your secretion. The time if a dog is coming up to you, the time what you will do, the male will not secrete its secretion, and also the beautiful ladies will not do its secretion. So during this time, some scientists say the somatostatin is the universal inhibitor of both glucagon and insulin. Now what secrete the F cell? F cell is actually secrete pancreatic polypeptide, But we will not go into the detail of the pancreatic polypeptide. We will only focus on these cells. Now, up to now we only studied about the secretion and the arrangement. Now there is another point, that the blood circulation, that we say that these are the endocrine portion of the pancreas. So the endocrine portion always need a huge amount of blood. So what is the pattern of blood flow inside one islets of Langerhans? So suppose if this is the a blood stream coming, this is a blood stream coming, so what will do, or this blood stream will firstly go or supply the blood to the alpha males or F cell or delta cell or the beautiful ladies in the center. So in order to understand this, you should to say like this, that these artery which is coming to the islets of Langerhans, this is also suppressed by the beauty of these beautiful ladies in the center. So what will say, that these are the beautiful ladies in the center. So what will occur? The blood will firstly flow into the center of the islets of Langerhans, and then it will comes out into the periphery. So what occur? Firstly, the blood stream or also the artery enter into the center and supply blood to the beta cell of the pancreas. And here, what occur, that beta cell do its function when the blood. What is the function of beta cell? Beta cell secrete insulin. So what will occur? Beta cell will secrete insulin in the blood. When it will secrete, when, as I mentioned before, that insulin or secreted at the time when we have a lot of, when our blood glucose level is high. So when our blood glucose level is high, during that time our beta cell will secrete the insulin into the bloodstream, and then the bloodstream will moves out. So what occur? Then will moves out through the small arterioles. Okay, small arterioles. So what occurs? Small arterioles, and then there will be the secretion of the small alpha males. Secrete alpha male? Alpha male secrete the glucagon. So the glucagon will be secreted into the bloodstream also, and okay, and then it will break down into the what, smaller, it will convert into what, venules, and then the venules will carry the collection of insulin and glucagon and also somatostatin and the bloodstream away from the islets of Langerhans. And then, so if I mention there is closely, so what occur? This is the one islets of Langerhans. Okay, this is only one cell. You can see here what occur, that first of all our artery supply blood to the center. Okay, this is the center, and then from the center the blood is supplied into to the periphery. These are the small arteries coming out of the main center of the pancreas, main center of the islets of Langerhans. So what occur? In the periphery, the smaller arterioles will break down, and this will form large veins. This was large venules. Okay, these are the arterioles. It will form venules here. Okay, these will form venules, and then through the venules the secretion of the one islets of Langerhans will be transported out of the whole pancreas, and then it will target on its target tissue. So this was about the endocrine function of the pancreas, and I hope this lecture will be helpful to you. And if you have any doubt in any question in this, you can mention in the comment, and please subscribe and share my video for the next upcoming lectures.